heads in. Light activated. The field's ready. Off and racing, Ain't No Other Man from the inside, won the start and had won the break from the stablemate Snow Prince, but Universal Playboy also out there very sharply, looks for the lead, comes across with Let's Talk as they settle and charge on into the first corner. Snippy Which is going to posse up, running fifth on the rails, a length away. Zubolt's Boab Boy trapped out 3 deep on the outside of Beccalotti and Reconnaissance the rail, and back last is Leading Taddy. Universal Playboy won the battle for the front and now tries to take a little breather here at the 600 mark. A length clear, Let's Talk, Ain't No Other Man on the rail. A length and a half away then is Snow Prince, followed by Snippy Which, who's getting a nice drift up along the rails coming into the turn. 2 lengths further back in the field, Reconnaissance. Zubolt's deeper. Boab Boy, Beccalotti right back there, and last is Leading Taddy. Universal Playboy headed past the 300. A length and a half clear. Snippy Which duck right back over onto the inside, coming with a mighty run. Snippy Which dashing through, reaches the lead. Zubolt's comes down the outside, but Snippy Which with 75 to go, the leader. Reconnaissance getting home hard against the rail, but as they go to the line, it's Snippy Which. Snippy Which from Zubolt's wide out. Reconnaissance third from Snow Prince. Right behind those then Let's Talk, followed by Leading Taddy, Ain't No Other Man, Beccalotti and Boab Boy. And after going lickety-split, leading them to the home turn, Universal Playboy has folded up to run a fairly long last. Dashing ride here by Holly Knottle in the last. She was back there just waiting for the opportunity, really. She had the horse in a really good rhythm. You could see that he was travelling into it so well. And as soon as that gap came, she angled back over there onto the inside and put the race away. Snippy Which, the Snippet Son gelding, trained by Adam Durant, gives Holly a double in the last 2 legs of the quaddie. Race turned on. They were always going to go flat out. And Universal Playboy was the one responsible for it. You could see Holly there whack straight off its back over there towards the inside, with Reconnaissance going through as well. But this got the break. Zubolt's came right down the middle of the course, and behind them Reconnaissance near the rail. Leading Taddy got through the same pad. Snow Prince battled away, but a great end of the day for H. Knottle. By Snippet Son from Witchery Woman for Adam Durant, P. Conlon, C. Galt, Mrs. Seymour, B. Pash, also Ben Randall, Mrs. M. Ridley, N. Ridley, and M. Mrs. K.J. Wilson. And wins from 8, Zubolt's Luke Campbell. 4, Snow Prince grabbing third. In fact, Cass Martinen from 9, Reconnaissance. A length margins in 1:11.63. It's 5:8.4 and 9. Get the feeling somehow the 2 kilo allowance won't be around for much longer either, after wiping off the 3 on the weekend and already chewing into the 2 allowance after a double here this afternoon. As we head downstairs once again with Lockie to the last on the program, and a real dashing display in the saddle by Holly Knottle.
What a ride in the last of the day. Snippy Which gets the job done. Thank you very much, Darren. Jordan Rolfe joins me once again. Geordie, Snippy Which, he looked like the one on paper, and he duly salutes here in the last.
He did, yeah, he did. He's in a fantastic vein of form at the moment, and especially when races are run like that, when they're getting along at a nice, solid tempo, they seem to suit him. He settles nicely, and yeah, runs through the line nice, and he's super effective.
Were you nervous at all in running? Obviously, he was in between horses and he needed an out, but once the gap came up along the inside, he well and truly ran through the line.
No, don't get too nervous, Lockie. Most of my hard work's already done. I do a little things behind the scenes, so no need for me to get nervous. But yeah, I suppose, like you say, 3 back the fence, you're always going to need a little bit of luck. But Holly rode him fantastic, and the horse was good enough.
And you're a big Holly fan?
Super, especially now. Yeah, I love her.
Well done.
Cheers.
There's Geordie Rolfe. I just have a feeling, Scott, that Geordie might have had something on Snippy Which in the last of the day. I don't know why, I just have a feeling.
Well, he tipped us into this horse earlier on. He's a very good judge, Geordie Rolfe, and an extremely hard worker. Holly Knottle joins us now after back-to-back victories to close out the program. Holly, from where you were going to need a little bit of luck at stages.
Yeah, I was trying to probably edge my way out, coming around into the straight, but then I saw the opening on the inside and the horse just rolled with whatever I was telling it to do, and it did it well.
Showed a nice sharp turn of foot when you asked him to go.
Yeah, he did. I almost think I probably should have held on to him that little bit longer with a short sprint like that, but no, he hung on.
And it looked like the pace was on from start to finish.
Yeah, it was, and I was really just waiting for him to kind of grab the bit and start travelling, and once he did run that corner, I knew I probably would have a nice bit of sprint to come home.
Nice Metro double to finish the program. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Holly Noddle. Great to see her with another double here in town. And Snippy Which, nice to see him back in the winner's circle for the first time in a little while after a number of very, very promising performances on a Saturday. But that rounds out what has been a great day of racing here at Belmont Park. I didn't think there'd be so much horse flesh that I'd be keen to follow moving forward, Scotty, but Tycoon Dreamer, Searching Times, and obviously Sosi Gold in defeat. They were all super performances here today.
Well, you add them into Wonderfully Made from last week, and the one thing that the quartet have got in common, they're all 3-year-olds.
Yep.
So they do look like the horses here to follow today, with upside as well. Excited to see where they all go next, and as Darren's just mentioned there in his call, excited to see what the future holds for Holly Noddle. She's outridden that 3-kilo claim so rapidly, and now she's ticked off 2 in her 2-kilo claiming life in the very first meeting that she's had it. At the moment, the way that she's riding, the 2-kilo claim is just such a luxurious thing for punters, and she'll head up to Geraldton tomorrow and ride with a 1.5-kilo claim in the country. So she's been a punter's pal ever since she first set foot on the racetrack.
Where will you be tomorrow afternoon, Scotty? As I said prior to the last, Racing WA TV will be covering all the action out of the sales, and Amelia Hall will be with you conducting all the interviews with the key vendors and buyers. Will you be tuning in? What's tomorrow got in store for you?
Yeah, it's quite nice wind-wise tomorrow morning, so I'll get the kayak out and go for a nice early morning fish lock, and then after that it'll be lunchtime, and then it'll be time to park up on the couch, watch the sales, and see how deep into that endless pocket you reach.
What a riveting day, going kayaking in the morning. I don't know how old you are, 33 or 43, I'm not sure. But that's all we have time for here at Belmont Park. We'll be back on Saturday afternoon for Detonator Stakes Day.